Did you do any internships? If not, what was your first job?
Yeah, I did a bunch of internships while I was in grad school, which I highly encourage young people. If you're going to graduate school, you must get an internship. You must get some work experience, see what you like, see what you don't like, right? You might as well dip your toes in the pool while you're in school learning. I highly suggest you do that.
I like that. Dip your toes in the pool while you're in school learning. I love that, man. I got to coin that. All right, go ahead.
So yeah, I did that. And it was hard at first because I had an architecture degree and an architecture job. So like I had a very shallow resume coming into the real estate business, but I ended up landing a couple awesome internships. And the one kind of stands out to me, this firm called Jonathan Rose Companies, which at the time and still today was doing some cutting edge development. That every project they did had some level of green construction and some level of affordable housing, every project. And that they weren't just doing cookie cutter buildings, they were doing beautiful buildings, beautifully well-designed buildings, often, with some level of affordable housing in it. And that was, for me at that time, that was kind of mind-blowing, because most people, especially my experience up to then, was just kind of like, oh yeah, you just do cookie cutter or whatever, right? People pay rent, whatever, like it doesn't matter, right? Going the extra mile in design, like it doesn't matter. You don't affordable housing, or you do it as cookie cutter as possible, try to keep the budget as low as possible. It doesn't matter, they're gonna pay for it. And what I learned there is like, oh no, you could do excellent construction. You could do excellent design and have a beautiful building. You can do both. You could do that and provide housing that people will love. So that was the internship that definitely stands out to me right now.
Awesome, man. Wow, that's an amazing experience and a great company to work for. I'm sure everybody, and especially in New York, knows who that company is. And people that don't know, they can definitely look them up, or I'll leave it as link in the description box. So then, what was that?
Hey, can I add one?
Yeah. Keep going.
And if you don't know who Jonathan Rose Companies is, Google search Via Verde. I think is still the most beautiful affordable housing building I've ever seen. Via Verde, VIA VERDE, Via Verde. So basically, it was a site that the developer went for a competition for the site, and they won, and hired world-class architects to design a beautiful building in the middle of the Bronx. It has both affordable housing and affordable home ownership. Beautiful building. While I was interning there, one of the project managers I was interning with was the lead project manager on that. So I got to work on that project and kind of see the intricacies of how these really, really complicated projects came together. And that, even now, I drive by it and passing somewhere and I'll be like, that's a good looking building. That like stands the test of time. And a neat story, one of my fraternity brothers bought one of the home ownership units. Like, how cool is that, right? That you've created something that like years later, somebody's like, yeah, like I want a piece of that. Like I got equity in that thing. Like, how awesome is that?
Awesome, man. I guess that set you up for the rest of your career. What was your next job after that? Or let's rewind. You graduated from NYU. Let's go to the graduation. Yes. So family flew up from Florida?
Oh man. So it was my mom and dad's first time in New York to come to graduation, which is awesome. But now it was cool. And my sister came up too. So my sister caught the bug. So she basically, like, every summer after that came to New York. Every summer after that, she came to visit, got an internship, got a job. Now she's here. She hasn't left either.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then, all right, so the graduation, you guys had a great time. They probably looked at you like, you really did it. You said it. You manifested and followed through. You executed on the objective or the goal you set years ago in South Florida boy. And you went to New York and you damn near crushed it, man.